You're already an expert. You're just on the wrong side. Have you ever lain in bed the night before something big, something important, mentally playing out every possible disaster that could go wrong? Maybe your PowerPoint crashes mid-presentation, or maybe your mind blanks out halfway through a job interview, or maybe your voice cracks, right? Like a teenage boy in a board meeting. Does that sound familiar? Have you been there before? Well, congratulations, you're already rehearsing, but, for failure. But here's the good news. If your mind can rehearse with such vivid clarity, then it can just as easily rehearse triumph. Okay? We're going to flip that switch, right? We're going to change the channel, and we're going to turn mental rehearsal into a tool for winning, and not the horror movie that's in your head. Okay, so I want you to try this with me now. We're going to try visualization. Okay, and before we do it, remember that visualization is not about pretending everything is going to go perfectly. It's about programming your internal GPS for the outcome that you want. Okay, just like putting a destination into Google Maps, right? Once your mind knows where it's headed, then it begins to work quietly in the background. It starts nudging your behavior and your emotions to line up with that path. Okay? I want you to picture that event going really well. What does that look like for you? Maybe you're walking into the room with your head held high, right? You're breathing, it's grounded. You've got a big smile saying, I've got this. Or maybe you're in front of an interview panel, right? Maybe you're completely in your element, answering questions like you're hosting your own TED Talk. Or maybe you're in that high stakes meeting, finally speaking up, finally watching your words land with power, and you can see your team members, they're nodding, and your boss is impressed. I want you to keep playing this success scenario over and over until in your mind, until it starts to feel natural. Okay, I want you to feel it. I want you to own it. And then I want you to do it again and again and again and again and again until it becomes normal as your morning coffee. Now, why do we do that? Well, it's because when something feels familiar, your brain stops treating it like a threat. Okay? And you might say, but Kim, what if I'm just not that confident? Well, here's where your devil's advocate chimes in. What if I don't feel confident? What if visualizing success feels like I'm lying to myself? Right? Well, that's normal. Okay, the first time you imagine something new, especially something that challenges your old story about who you are, it's going to feel awkward. It feels like you're wearing somebody else's clothes, right? But repetition creates familiarity, and familiarity breeds belief. Now, here's the thing. If you can believe you're going to fail with zero evidence, then you can learn to believe that you're going to succeed, right? Here's a little brain fact. The mind doesn't distinguish between what's vividly imagined and what's real, which is why a nightmare can have you waking up in a cold sweat, even though you were safe in bed the whole time. So imagine what happens when you feed your mind a detailed, empowering visual of your success. You train your nervous system to feel calm and prepared and ready. The scary becomes manageable. And your brain goes, well, that's sweet as. I know this route already. Let's do it. Think about the first time that you drove to work. Okay, remember your first drive to a new job. Now, you were probably checking Google Maps like your life depended on it, sweating over roundabouts and traffic lights and watching out for speed cameras. Now, fast forward a few months and you're making that trip on autopilot, right? It's easy. Now, the only thing that's changed is repetition, okay? Familiarity. And it's the same with building unshakable confidence. The more that you mentally drive that route to your desired outcome, the more natural it becomes. Before long, your inner critic will be in the back seat, munching chips while your confident self takes the wheel. Right? You can think of visualization like muscle memory. Okay? Just like athletes rehearse winning the race or musicians visualize nailing their performance, you can rehearse your success until your mind and your body think that it's already happened. Okay? The more vivid, the more detailed, the more emotionally charged your mental rehearsal is, then the more powerful that it becomes. And you're not pretending. You are training your brain to respond with calm confidence when the real moment arrives. It's like you're building a new track through the bush, right? It takes a few goes to get there, but soon it becomes the path of least resistance. In summary, to conquer the next level in your career, you need to rehearse success like it's your full-time job, right? Over and over and over again, visualize the outcome that you want. And not just once, but repeatedly. Because the more familiar success feels in your mind, the more likely you are to create it in real life. And yes, there may still be nerves, right? Your palms might still sweat. That's just your body gearing up to care deeply about something that really matters. But this time, you'll walk into that room knowing, I have got this. I've got this. And remember, confidence isn't built in the spotlight, right? It's in the quiet moments when you practice and practice and practice believing in a different story, a better story, your story.